r/AskMen. Karma_Perlis says, for dating, has anyone here tried the advice of join a hobby group to meet people, make friends to meet women, and get dates? And if so, what was your experience of it? Usually when I've seen guys, and myself, discuss their lack of success in online dating, someone will come along and suggest they join a hobby group that interests them, where they can meet people, make friends, and somehow it is supposed to lead to meeting women they could ask out on dates. Has anyone here ever tried this advice? E.G. You've tried online dating for a while with no success. You decide you want to try meeting women in person instead. So you pick a new hobby group that interests you with people you've never met. You're not there specifically for asking out women, but because you enjoy the hobby, although that is the ultimate goal as an alternative to online dating which wasn't working for you, etc. What was your experience of implementing their advice, and do you think it is good? Also, from your experience, what extra advice would you have for someone who maybe wanted to try it? Insert words here says, gonna be honest, I've been active in a hobby group, although not as of late due to life, and the people that were welcomed into it were those just looking to meet people and make friends in general. For guys that gave off the impression that they wanted to meet women and get dates. However, well, I knew some of the aforementioned women and they shared with me that they were uncomfortable around these people. These guys were generally alright folks, but it was as if they had no interest in the hobby itself. Personally, I've never taken this advice and I don't think it's a good idea if that's you have in mind when you join a hobby group. If it happens, it happens. But don't make that your reason for getting involved. Jiu-Jitsu Geek says, I joined a jiu-jitsu gym. I have yet to get a single date from it and spend a bunch of time rolling around with sweaty guys. So, win? Stuck_at_work_till_5 says, I did the same. I'm a blue belt now and learned it's standard etiquette to let the girls ask you out. Logical_area_5552 says, the hobby advice is more of an opportunity to socially network and meet a girl through that network, rather than oh, I joined the local over 30 tennis league and my serve hit this beautiful woman, and as I helped her up we locked eyes and fell in love. It's more likely that you'll make friends and eventually meet a girl if you start hanging out with those friends. Also, if you make guy friends through a new hobby, don't be hesitant to say that you're looking to meet girls and ask if they know any single chicks. Dirty_dragons says, doing a new thing to meet friends who hopefully know single women that somebody you may interact with is really leaving things up to chance. Galactic Dude 7 says, joining a hobby group is good advice in general, but I've always considered it bad dating advice to be honest, because there are two ways it goes for me. 1. I join a hobby group for something that I'm legitimately interested in, but the interests I have tend to be male dominated, so there aren't that many women to begin with, and the women that do show up are either already in a relationship, usually with another member of the group, B, single, but have their choice of the other single guys there, which is a battle I usually lose, or C, single. But very strange. I fully admit I'd be in this category for any of the women looking for a relationship in said group. Plus many of the guys in the group have the same problem as me, so it's unlikely that they can introduce me to a woman from outside the group either. 2. I join a hobby group for something that I don't have a legitimate interest in, but I know is more female dominated, and I don't have fun doing it, and the women can tell that I have no legitimate interest in the group, and I'm just there to meet women and they aren't interested in me. Grabtheshima3120 says, if you're only there to try and meet women, it will backfire. They'll smell it on you the second you walk in. The purpose of this advice, as I see it, is to get out there more. The common issue that guys who can't seem to meet women have is that they don't spend enough time socializing or going out. Even the ones who claim they do are likely not doing it as much as they think. If you get out there and get more social, you'll make more friends, be invited more places, and it can lead to meeting women. It also develops you as a person, gives you social practice, builds your confidence, and most importantly gets you to have fun. And when you're having fun with people you connect with in an environment where you're not self-conscious, that's when you actually meet interested women and hit it off. Theba Manablo Edmond says, try a bar, drinking can be a hobby. Ballsack_oil says, I think it's good advice overall, but it hasn't worked for me. If you're ugly and or socially inept, it won't really fix anything. I spend probably $10k/year on hobbies, joining sports leagues, group classes, knife making, pottery, random stuff like that. I'm signed up to 3 different gyms, etc. Haven't been able to make a single friend in 4 to 5 years. So yeah, if you're normal and maybe have been neglecting your social life because of work or something, then hobbies will probably be a good choice. Most of the people in my group/hobbies are successful people who just moved into the city and are looking for friends. They're able to make friends very easily. r/AskMen. Deleted says, to men in long and happy relationship, who initiates joint activities? I mean relationship 2 years or more, where you are truly happy and still want date your partner. Are you the only ones to invite your partner for things like a walk, watching movies together, or something else, or maybe your partner gives you the offers as well? I know it's pretty common that the man is the only one to suggest intercourse, but I think, if that's the case, only when you are in the beginning of dating, or maybe will it be like that forever, unless you tell your partner of course. Does it include sex only, or it is like that with everything, and are you okay about that? MD_Jags says, both of us do, and that includes sex. But then again, my so is also a man. Flat_news_2000 says, why is this thread full of AI comments? This is weird as frick. Hannibal_Barker_ says, the more extroverted one. Surgeon67 says, we both initiate ideas for dates, and we both initiate physical intimacy. I don't keep score, but to me, it seems pretty equal, and always has. It's been just over 2 years, and I'm absolutely convinced she's the one. Truckuk7081 says, the wife will only ask me to go on a walk. The other initiations she does are passive at best. Things like, let's see this movie, let's go on a hike, or let's go out to eat sometime are as far as she goes with it. From that point it's up to me to plan and execute the desire. I suppose I should be happy she is communicating what she wants to do. But it gets old. As for sex, I'm initiating 95% of the time. All of these things are largely her personality. I don't think all women are like this. I have daughters and they are all different when it comes to initiating activities. And what Susan says, it really depends on the couple and their interests. Some couples might have one person who is more outgoing and initiates activities more often, while others might take turns planning things to do together. As long as both partners are happy and enjoying each other's company, it doesn't really matter who takes the lead in planning joint activities. N12 Karenit says, typically both partners will initiate joint activities, but it's important to communicate and compromise to ensure both parties are satisfied with the plans. It's also beneficial to switch up who takes the lead to keep things interesting and balanced. Sigly0R6 says, it really depends on the couple and their individual personalities. Some couples may have one partner that is more outgoing and initiates most of the joint activities, while others may take turns planning and suggesting things to do together. Communication is key in any relationship, so it's important to have a conversation and find a balance that works for both partners. Even Block 1415 says, in the beginning, men may initiate many of the activities, but that changes as time passes. It won't work for long if it is all one-sided. Hand on Slut's Throat says, Surely it should be a mix of both. If either of you wants to do something that would make them happy, surely the other would be the first person you'd invite to share those moments with you. So I'd say 50/50. Powterus_ says, depends on the activity, but communication and compromise are key. Don't forget to have fun. V1981V says, doesn't exist. Axa Richard says, that's easy. The one who's more interested in spending time with the other person. Or both, just do it naked. 3 Ekarenghuo says, it's a 50/50 game, just like flipping a coin. Heads or tails, it takes two to tango. OK_Mulberry149 says, guess my partner and I have been doing it wrong. We always play rock paper scissors to decide who plans our outings. Number 50/50 fail. Nautical_J says, we do everything together. If I'm doing someone, I ask her to tag along, and vice versa. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.